right there on top of the moon. We could sit and do nothing.
Hey there, if you're new here, my name is Sherlock and I'm your teacher for today's practice. Diving deeper into our Ayurvedic exploration, today's practice is designed to help pacify the Pitta dosha in moments of frustration, irritation or anger. And again, maybe when they notice some indigestion. For a very brief insight into Ayurveda, you can watch the beginning of this video up here. Now remember, there is a little of each dosha in all of us, and we can all experience an imbalance of each dosha throughout life. So if you're thinking this practice is only for those with the predominant Pitta dosha, think again. Fiery Pitta is known for its passionate and dependable nature. However, an excess of these characteristics in our lifestyles can create an imbalance as well. Those with more Pitta can tend to overwork and relaxation gets put on the back burner, and Pittas forget to carve out time to restore. Through an ever hard-working nature, there can be little time to process emotions as they arise, and as a result, the body stores these emotions left unchecked or unprocessed. Over time, these emotions begin to present as outbursts or even injury or illness through the physical body. Today's practice looks to give Pitta a little bit of what it likes, which is challenge, but also balance it out with what it needs, which is a whole lot of relaxation. You'll need a block or two and maybe a bolster if you really want to bliss out. Let's meet on the mat. We'll begin the practice with Shatali Breath. It's a cooling breathing technique which helps to calm the mind and also stabilize any emotional tension. With Shatali Breath, we curl the tongue or draw the sides of the tongue to the center, and we breathe in through the tongue and we exhale through the nose. The cooling effect through the tongue is what helps to cool the lungs and calm the mind and body. If you're unable to curl your tongue, you can just breathe through your teeth. So close the jaw, leave the lips open a little bit and draw the breath in through the teeth, and you'll still get that same cooling effect. So let's begin. Draw the hands into Chin or Yana Mudra, so the tips of the index fingers meet the tips of the thumbs. Close down the eyes and relax the body. Stick the tongue out as far as you can without straining and curl the edges towards the center. Take a deep and slow inhale through the tongue. Draw the tongue back into the mouth and exhale through the nose. Continue this breath at your own pace. I'll let you know when it's time to release. You can release the breath now. Allow the breath to return to its natural rhythm. Take a moment here to set an intention for this practice today. With each inhale, I breathe in light and energy, and with each exhale, I let go of all that no longer serves me. Inhaling, breathing in light and energy. Exhaling, letting go of emotional tension. Those emotions that no longer serve you in a positive light. Come to roll into a Balasana, child's pose. So draw the hips to the heels. Any variation of child's pose that pleases you. So if you feel in the moment that you want to do a wide-legged pose and draw your chest to the mat, go ahead and do that one. If you prefer to bring your knees together and draw the arms beside the body and allow the head to reduce to the mat, that one's fine too. And you can also bring the hands toward the top of the mat. Just take a few breaths here, allowing the breath to remain at the base of the spine in the sacral area. Just taking a few moments to connect the mind with the body using the breath. Giving Pitta a moment to gather its thoughts. Coming up onto all fours now, wave the body forward, draw the belly to the mat. Forearms parallel in front. Bring the elbows under the shoulders, coming into Sphinx Pose. So press the tops of the feet into the mat, draw the tail toward the toes, lengthen through the lower back, lift up through the chest, broaden the shoulders, and gaze is forward and draw the jawline slightly back as we open up through the chest, open the heart. Just taking a few breaths here. So inhale, breathe into the base of the spine, follow the breath along the length of the back into the collarbone, and on the exhale, notice the navel draws to spine, the lower belly lifts slightly from the mat, and there's a slight pelvic contraction. 2 more breaths. Inhale deep into the pelvic floor. Exhale, navel draws to spine, slight pelvic contraction. Feel the opening in the heart through the chest and the lengthening through the lower back. Nice. Push up through the palms. Draw the hips back to the heels, coming back into child's pose. And on the inhale, come up to all fours. Tuck the toes, push through the palms, sweep the tail to the sky, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Breathe into downward facing dog here. So drawing the heels toward the mat, the tail is drawn up and back. Gaze is towards the navel to encourage the length through the back of the neck there. And if you find it within your practice, you can draw the elbows towards each other to find the broadening through the shoulders. And draw the chest toward the thighs to deepen the pose. Inhaling now, wave the body forward, coming into plank. Adjust your positioning. So if you need to widen the gate between the hands and the feet, do that here. Shoulders over the wrists, heels over the toes, whole body activation. Exhale, sweep the tail back to the sky, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, waving the body forward, coming back into plank. Exhale, sweep the tail to the sky, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. A few more times, just firing up the system here, the internal fire. Exhale, tail to sky, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, waving the body forward, coming into plank. Giving Pitta the challenge that it looks for. Last one. Coming into plank, hold here. Inhale, draw the elbows toward the body. Exhale, slowly lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, pushing through the palms, coming up into Ardha Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, untuck the toes, sweep the tail to the sky, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhale now, sweep the right foot to the sky, bend the knee, open the hips, shoulders remain square. Exhale, Draw the right foot between the hands. Sole of the rear foot's perpendicular to the floor. Engage the back leg. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, frame the face, rise into crescent. You can remain here with the arms pointing to the sky, or if you want to open your heart a little further, interlace the hands behind the back at the sacrum. Draw the knuckles towards the mat. Knee is over the ankle. Lift up through the chest. Use the breath to guide the posture. Breath blossoms from the base of the spine into the collarbone. Exhale, navel draws to spine, slight pelvic contraction. Taking the pose to its edge, helping with that emotional release. Good. On the next inhale, frame the front foot. Step back into Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Good. Wave the body forward, come into plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, pushing up through the palms, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, tail to the sky, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, draw the left foot to the sky, bend the knee, open the hips. Shoulders remain square. And exhale, draw the foot between the hands, setting up the posture here. So sole of the rear foot's perpendicular to the floor. Engage the back leg. Inhale, sweep the arms forward. Rise into crescent. Front knee is over the front ankle. Using the breath to guide the pose. Option to interlace the hands behind the back. Draw the hands towards the mat, opening up through the chest. Inhale, breath blossoms from the base of the spine into the collarbone. Exhale, navel draws to spine, slight pelvic contraction. Taking the posture to the edge, helping with that emotional release. Inhale, framing the front foot, stepping back, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Take an exhale. Inhale, wave the body forward, coming into plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, pushing through the palms, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, tail to the sky, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Beautiful. Inhale now, bring the knees to the mat. Taking the hips back to the heels, coming into a narrow gait, child's pose. Let's take a moment here to allow the body and the mind to find its center. Notice the heart beating in the chest. Inhale now, rise to a seated position. Swing the legs around. Come to find a supine position. Soles of the feet to the mat. Draw the right ankle to the left knee. Interlace the hands behind the left thigh and draw the leg towards your chest. You can pop your right elbow into the knee crease of the right knee here to get a little bit more leverage and a little bit more stretch through the right hamstring, the glutes, and maybe you'll feel the sensation in the lower back as well. reclined pigeon. It's a little less intense than our normal pigeon, but still gives us the same benefits. When we go through our everyday lives, there's rarely any time to process the events that happen throughout the day. So the emotions of those events become stored within the body. And usually you'll find the hamstrings become tight, or the hips feel like they need a little bit of attention. And sometimes you might feel a bit of tension in the lower back as well. This is where these emotions are stored. And pigeon helps us release those. Good. Release the left leg. Allow the sole of the foot to reach the mat. Draw the right foot to the mat as well. Just give the hips a little bit of a wiggle. Draw the left ankle to the right knee. Interlace the hands behind the right thigh and draw the leg toward the chest. Feeling that stretch through the left hamstrings, the left glutes, the hip flexors, lower back. Take a deep inhale in, breathe into the base of the spine. Take the breath through to the collarbone. Exhale. Navel draws to spine, there's a slight pelvic contraction. Remembering our intention for the practice. With each inhale, we draw light and energy. And with each exhale, we allow that which no longer serves us to release and let go. Good. Release out of the posture. Allow the soles of the feet to come to the mat now. Here's where we'll need our block. So we'll use the block on the medium setting, so on the long edge. Coming back to the supine position, soles of the feet remain on the mat. Just lift up the hips and place the block underneath the sacrum, allowing the hips and the low back to fully release. So we're in Setu Bandha Savangasana, supported bridge pose here. So we're opening through the chest, so we've got a little bit of a heart opener here. It's a gentle back bend, and with the support of the block, we're allowing the hips to fully release. Draw the arms by the sides and allow the palms of the hands to face up in surrender. Just breathe into the base of the spine. Feel the body relax. This slowing down of our movement and allowing the body to release and let go is just what Pitta needs. Little moments of relaxation. Final breath here. Gently lift up through the hips, engaging the glutes there to assist. Draw the block away from the body and allow the hips to return to the mat. Bring the soles of the feet to meet. Allow the knees to fall to the sides of the mat. Tuck the shoulders gently under the shoulder blades, gently under the chest to open up through the heart a little further. If you would like a little bit more of a restorative practice here, you can put some blocks underneath the knees to help support the hip flexors and the groin. But if you're a little bit more flexible today, you can allow the knees to drop here. You can also use a bolster here too. So just bring the bolster lengthways underneath the back, just below tucking into the sacrum, and you can allow the heart to really open up with the bolster under the back here too. So breathing into the base of the spine, following the breath along the expansion of the front body, allowing the breath to relax the body on the exhale. Ease into any emotional tension. Feel the stretch through the hip flexors. In Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly pose, we activate the parasympathetic nervous system. So we're nourishing the whole nervous system, but closing down the fight or flight response and opening ourselves up to that relaxation that Pitta really needs. Breath blossoms from the base of the spine, travels through the torso into the collarbone. Exhale, navel draws to spine. There's a slight pelvic contraction. Good. On the next inhale, extend the legs out long. Allow the feet to fall to the sides. Draw the shoulder blades under the chest. Allow the arms to fall away from the body, allowing the pits of the arms to breathe. Hands, palms are facing upward in surrender. Release any tension in the jaw. Relax any furrow in the brow. And if they haven't already, close down the eyes. With each inhale, sense a brilliant white light enter the heart. Sense an illumination of the heart. And with the exhale, release and let go. On the inhale, sensing that brilliant white luminous light entering the chest, illuminating the heart. And with each exhale, surrendering, releasing, letting go. Bring your awareness back to the natural rhythm of your breath. Wriggle the fingers and the toes, finding a little movement. Perhaps you sway the head and neck from side to side. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Take a giant stretch here. Reach through the fingertips, push through the toes. Roll over to your most comfortable side and observe. Notice any sensations through the body, through the mind. Recognize if anything feels different after your practice. Push up through your free hand. Come to find a comfortable seat. Returning to our intention from the beginning of the practice. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead, drawing in light and energy. Exhale, draw the hands to meet at heart center. Relaxing the body, releasing, and allowing the moments to let go. In honor of all that you are. Namaste.
Right there on top of the moon.
Thank you for joining me for today's practice. I hope you found a little bit of challenge, but then also a really, really sweet release toward the end. With this practice, Pitta can be pacified throughout the day, so morning, afternoon, night. It's a really great way to wake up the heart, open the heart to any challenges that you may be experiencing. Also find a way to release and accept those challenges. Please give us a thumbs up if you liked the practice, and of course if you know someone that might benefit, share it with them as well. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our uploads. I'd really appreciate that. Continue making magic in your world from your space at your own pace. Namaste.
Let's live.